Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going right into the action here tonight, as we are just a couple weeks away from NXT Takeover New York, and no better way to kick us off than Matt Riddle taking on Keith Lee. A battle of rematches, you guys could say, as these two fought back when they both debuted about a month or so ago, and Matt Riddle would come out on top. Keith Lee would have a tremendous match, but now we get to see Keith Lee once again and Matt Riddle in another match. We're going to see if Keith Lee has learned from his experience, or will it be Matt Riddle getting it done tonight? And this is all about qualifying for a huge match at NXT Takeover, part of the first ever NXT Money in the Bank matchup. And this is going to be, whoever wins this will be the first qualifier. And there was talks about having Ricochet and EC3 kick us off tonight with that match, but we decided to have that as our main event match later on tonight. So EC3, Ricochet in your guys' main event, as well as much more later on tonight. As there is the man Keith Lee. Man's only had one match so far, losing to Matt Riddle. And I think William Regal is giving him a perfect opportunity to get a rebound and get his career starting. And you know what? Even if he does lose tonight, he has so much potential. After WrestleMania, there's so much time for him to build up some momentum. Just from WrestleMania time all the way from maybe the next NXT TakeOver, whenever that may be after. As here we go, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, one-on-one. Winner will be the first one to qualify for Money in the Bank at NXT Takeover. And tonight it's all about seeing who's going to be able to qualify. There's no going to be no women's matches tonight or anything like that. Tonight it's all about Money in the Bank. Next week we'll see a women's match just before we get to NXT Takeover. But right now we're just focused on the Money in the Bank picture. So tonight in our Money in the Bank picture, like we said, Ricochet versus EC3 in our main event. That should be a heck of a matchup there. As well as we have Dolph Ziggler having another match against Johnny Gargano. That should be a heck of a match. The first time ever we've seen that match. As well as we're going to see the Velveteen Dream taking on the Undisputed Era's Roderick Strong one-on-one, a part of that Money in the Bank matchup. And next week we'll also see another Money in the Bank matchup, but that will be a tag team match featuring 4 of up-and-coming superstars, and that team that wins that will be added to the already star-studded picture after tonight. And like we mentioned, we'll have Ember Moon and Nikki Cross. We'll see them next week here, not in action against each other, but we'll see those women in some kind of action here on NXT next week. As well as we can confirm to you that at NXT TakeOver, it's going to be the Undisputed Era defending their NXT Tag Team Championships against the War Raiders. So that should be a heck of a debut for them in the tag team division. They already have one win. Oh, and a big chop here. These guys are just killing each other out here at ringside. And we also heard that Dakota Kai is going to be taking on Lacey Evans at NXT TakeOver as well. We have Cien Almas taking Lars Sullivan on, as well as we're going to be seeing, hold on a minute, oh, nice gut wrench slam there. But we're also going to be seeing Aleister Black defend his UK Championship against Adam Cole of the Undisputed Era. And also in the main event of NXT New York, it's going to be the Scottish Psychopath against Tommaso Ciampa. 2 of the toughest SOBs you're going to see here on NXT. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into this match, and we're going to see how it fares between Tommaso and Drew McIntyre. That match is going to be so physical. I cannot wait. And it definitely could be a show stealer, and it could be better than any of the matches we see at WrestleMania. I mean, it's going to be tough with what we have at WrestleMania, but I mean, it's definitely going to be up there with the likes of AJ Styles, Batista, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Even Tyler Breeze versus Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. And also the Jeff Hardy, John Cena Intercontinental Championship match. as well as much more. There's just so many good matches we're going to have on that card. It's Matt Riddle just taking his time, deciding what he wants to do to Keith Lee. Does he go the same route that he did last time to defeat Keith Lee, or does he need to try and do some more damage? And here we go. Oh, GTS to Keith Lee. That may be all she wrote for Keith Lee there. Pinfall. Is this going to be enough? 2. No, 2.5. Going to have to do a little bit more damage. And then this is when that frustration starts brewing in the head of a competitor right now. After hitting one of your biggest finishers to put away a superstar, they're able to kick out. What do? What type of maneuver do you hit? Do you try and hit it again? It just depends. You can just sense a frustration brewing right now as now Keith Lee. Oh, God. What a face buster taking down Matt Riddle. These guys are definitely going to be the future of NXT, and I cannot wait to see where they're going to take this brand. Oh, nice World's Strongest Slam type maneuver there from Keith Lee. And it's enough. Keith Lee gets it done, gets some redemption, and he is heading to WrestleMania, or WrestleMania weekend for NXT Takeover for the Money in the Bank match. That should be a heck of a match, and especially Keith Lee. We don't know how dangerous he is with a ladder. This is awesome. Keith Lee gets some redemption, and he's gonna have the likes of possibly a Roderick Strong, a Velveteen Dream, a Ricochet, a EC3, as well as much more. That's a Ziggler, a Gargano as well. I mean, Keith Lee's gonna be a heck of a superstar to put into that match. I cannot wait to see. Keith Lee has a heck of an opening, a heck of a talent going to NXT Takeover New York, part of the Money in the Bank match. But we're not done yet. We still have another one going right now between Dolph Ziggler and Johnny Gargano. There he comes, the show-off, the former United States champion, and a man that won his debut here in NXT in a heck of a NXT bout. Last week here we had Dolph Ziggler taking on Cassius Ohno, and that was definitely hard fought, like I said. And these guys tore down the house. Ziggler was busted open, and Cassius Ohno was almost busted open, if I remember correctly. But Ziggler somehow able to survive multiple forearm strikes to the back of the head. And that's why Ziggler's one of the best in the industry. Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, wherever Ziggler is ever going to be, Ziggler is a heck of a talent. And, he can show why he can be a top superstar, main event guy here in WWE. And it makes him even more dangerous when he's a part of Drew McIntyre. It's going to be interesting to see where McIntyre is going to do this Saturday when he takes on, or I should say next Saturday at NXT TakeOver. As there is Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Gargano definitely wants to qualify. Imagine if he wins Money in the Bank and Tommaso Ciampa wins the NXT Championship. How would that fare? It's going to be very interesting. Because it could rekindle that rivalry between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. We were able to talk to Gargano earlier, actually. Not about Tommaso, but about this matchup. And he said, you know what? So far here in Universe Mode, the best of the best have won Money in the Bank for Raw and SmackDown. He mentioned Finn Balor and AJ Styles. And he said, you know what? He wants to be a part of being that elite crew to win the Money in the Bank matchup and go on to cash in. You know what? And he said, I'll do it man to man. I'm not going to do it behind someone's back. I'll let someone know. So, Johnny Gargano seems like he's going to be the type of guy that's going to do it or call someone out, tell them that he's going to cash in on them. But, anything is very well possible from saying that now all the way to later on. Especially if Tommaso Ciampa's the champion at that time. Is now Ziggler with a face buster taking down Gargano. But Ziggler has had great matches here in Universe Mode with Roman Reigns, with the likes of a Shinsuke Nakamura, with the likes of other superstars on SmackDown Live. He had a great match against Cassius Ohno last week, so Ziggler's known for having great matches. And we'll see if he can keep it up right now. And, you know, when he got moved over to Raw, you know, a lot of people were wondering why you would want to transfer over a great superstar. But, I mean, Ziggler, you don't want to get complacent as a superstar. You want to leave once you feel complacent, or you want at least a change of scenery. And I think for Monday Night Raw, that's going to help out Ziggler. I mean, he may not be a fan favorite at the moment with his partnership with Drew McIntyre, but, I mean, I can only see good things for these two in the future. I mean, McIntyre, obviously the current NXT champion. Will that continue next week at NXT Takeover? I don't know. That's a good question. And we don't know if we're going to have any Cassius Ohno or Dolph Ziggler participation there at ringside. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to think what William Regal wants. As Ziggler talking a little bit of trash there to Johnny Gargano. And honestly, I don't mind Ziggler doing that, talking some trash to Gargano, but, I mean, you might want to do it after the match or something, because Gargano is not the type of superstar you kind of want to be messing with in a way, because, I mean, if you taunt him for just 1 second, he could turn this match around right away. And as Ziggler showing his wrestling prowess there at ringside right now, just taking Johnny Wrestling to ringside here and just taking him to the woodshed. As Gargano pushes him away, and back in the ring we go. Referee was at a 7, but we are finally back in the ring. Let's see if they can get something going here. Oh God, a Frankensteiner to Ziggler. Referee may want to check on the neck and head area there of Dolph Ziggler. As now, again, Gargano drops him on his head. How much more damage can Ziggler sustain in that head area? He's able to kick out right away. Ziggler's still showing some fight. Gargano needs to show a lot more fight if he wants to win this matchup. Oh, it was an elbow strike there from Ziggler trying to get back in this matchup. Oh, and a big clothesline takes him down. And now looking to inflict some damage in the corner. But Gargano's not having any of it. And a face buster takes down Gargano. And if you guys are just tuning in right now, we just saw Keith Lee qualify for the first ever Money in the Bank matchup for NXT. As it will be Keith Lee, the winner of this match, as well as later on tonight between Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream. And then in our main event, it's going to be EC3 taking on Ricochet. As Ziggler looking to go high risk here. Hold on. Ziggler with a frog splash. Oh, God. We'll see how devastating that frog splash is. Is it going to be enough for Ziggler to qualify? No. Gonna have to do a little bit more damage. Gargano's not gonna go out without a fight. That's a nice reversal there. Ziggler going for the famouser. Turns it into a power bomb there for Gargano. And we'll see if Gargano can capitalize. Oh, down goes Ziggler. Let's see if we're gonna see Johnny Wrestling win this match. As hold on a minute. Submission hold is applied. Will Ziggler tap? Ziggler nowhere to go. Ziggler, is he gonna tap? Can he get out of it? He's trying to. Oh, and then a knee strike to the back of the skull and then a punch. He's very close to tapping out, though. But Ziggler, he's going to be a hard man to defeat as a neck breaker connects. Been a pretty good second match here tonight, and then a famouser connects that time. And I believe Gargano busted open. Yes, he is. Oh, God. And now Ziggler just... This man is getting more and more physical with this matchup. Getting more dirty, you could say. As now, Gargano getting up to his feet. I don't think that's a good idea, though. As Ziggler connects with the zigzag. Is that going to be enough for Ziggler to go to NXT Takeover? 2.5. How much more fight is left in both of these men? Johnny Wrestling was able to connect with his pretty good submission maneuver, and then Dolph Ziggler connected with a zigzag, and that's still not enough. These guys are going to have to get something, pull something out of their repertoire, and get something going, you know? You know, Johnny Gargano has a vicious knee strike that he did back with Tommaso Ciampa back in the day, part of DIY. Maybe he needs to hit a knee strike or something. Ziggler, he's known for super kicks. I mean, Ziggler, do that, something. Gonna pull something out. As Ziggler coming out to meet Johnny Gargano here at ringside. Now we're having a chop off. Uh-oh. What does Ziggler have in store here? Oh, God. Bouncing Gargano's head right off the side of that barricade. And look at all that blood on Gargano's face there, man. You got the cameraman right in the face of both of these men, and these guys are just tearing each other apart. Gargano going to do everything in his power to go to WrestleMania weekend, part of NXT Takeover. Oh, and a big punch to that forearm, or that brutal gash on the side of his, or I should say right in the front of his skull. Oh. Now Ziggler just toying with Gargano. Oh. Referee now at an 8. Does Ziggler throw him in the ring? We're at a 9. Ziggler back in the ring here. Ziggler wins by a countout. Man, Gargano got his butt kicked there towards the end. Gargano put a hell of a fight, though. Honestly. And Ziggler getting out of that, leading to a Fameasser, busting him wide open. But then, like, Ziggler would grab Gargano's head and bounce him off that barricade, and just all that blood spewing. And it seemed like Ziggler was trying to get him back in the ring, but it didn't really work out for him. Because he just threw him in the steel steps, and Gargano, unfortunately not able to get back up to his feet. Ziggler is going to WrestleMania weekend, NXT Takeover New York. Part of the NXT Money in the Bank match. Keith Lee, now Dolph Ziggler. Now we have to find out who is going to be next in line. Will it be Roderick Strong or the Velveteen Dream? Here we are. This is your co-main event of the evening. Who is going to go on to qualify for the Money in the Bank match for NXT Takeover? The Velveteen Dream with a very interesting outfit, you could say. I mean, I have a certain WWE Hall of Famer, certain legend in mind who he may be dressing up like the Hulkster, the Hulk Hogan, WWE legend and very great superstar in his past. We know Dream has interesting outfits all the time, but something like this is bringing out all the stops. I wonder what else he could possibly wear. I mean, Velveteen Dream looking to bring it, and he's going to have a heck of a match. Roderick Strong, a former NXT champion here in Universe Mode. And he did lose it to Adam Cole at one time, which is really weird because, Roderick Strong wasn't able to defeat Adam Cole, leading to Strong saying, you know what, if you can't beat him, join him. And now you got the whole Undisputed Era behind him as well. Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly. Roderick Strong he's not a man you want to take lightly. He may not have a championship around his waist, but he's definitely a talented superstar up there, and he's still main event talent. And we're going to see if he can qualify for that Money in the Bank match at NXT TakeOver. Easy for me to say. But here we go, the Velveteen Dream, Roderick Strong. Let's see who gets it done tonight. Who is going to NXT TakeOver New York? I mean, Velveteen Dream, obviously he's got that personality for New York, just to take it all in. Roderick Strong, I mean, obviously him as well, but just the way that Velveteen Dream walks around, just cocky, confident. I mean, that limelight definitely is going to give Velveteen Dream the advantage if he does qualify here tonight. And later on tonight, we still have EC3 and Ricochet in our main event. Should be a heck of a match. As tonight, we're all focusing about that Money in the Bank match for NXT TakeOver. And next week here, we're going to have a tag team match to find out who the last two superstars of that ladder match is going to be. The question is, who's going to be in that tag team match? We'll find out here in a little bit who that may be, hopefully anyway. Look at Velveteen Dream here. Look at the gun wrench suplex taking him down. As now, Velveteen Dream. Oh, nice Nice, I'd say, I don't know, gut buster or something, more of like a hip attack as well. Either way, very effective at the time. That's nice clothesline there from Roderick Strong. But again, Velveteen Dream with his own reversal. You know, Dream, he's won matches, and obviously he's won matches, and that's what happens to all the superstars. But you know, for him, he's gonna have to rebound with losses and stuff like that. And I mean, he has the wherewithal. I mean, I know he's still young. He's what, like 21, 22, if give or take, around that range. But I mean, either way, he's gonna have disappointments in his NXT career, and you know, right now this could be a perfect opportunity for him to rebound from some losses earlier in his career. As Roderick Strong, is he thinking about a surfboard here? No! Oh my God! Double knees. Oh God, that Velveteen Dream may not want to do anything later on in this matchup. As now Velveteen Dream dropped on that top rope. And you guys see those guys in the bottom right hand of your screen there. They will be defending against the War Raiders coming up next week here at NXT Takeover. The biggest test in the history of the Undisputed Era's reign here in NXT. Oh, and a super kick to the midsection. And if you know, for the Undisputed Era, they defeated Sanity at the time to become the tag team champions here in NXT. And it's AOP was a very dominant tag team. They come on over to SmackDown Live, it seems like. They're going to have a big triple threat match at NXT, or not NXT, but WrestleMania. It's going to be AOP versus the Usos versus the Shield for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Sanity is on Monday Night Raw. They're getting a Raw Tag Team title match, as they will be taking on the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championships. So you see these talents from Monday Night Raw, they're starting to, or I should say, these talents from NXT coming up to the main roster, they're doing quite well for themselves. I mean, Bobby Roode, a former WWE champion on SmackDown Live, as well as we mentioned Sanity, we mentioned the Revival, we mentioned all these other teams that are doing pretty good for themselves. There's a big forearm strike there from Dream. Uh-oh, this could be bad here. Oh, God! God damn. A heck of a back suplex there. As back into the ring we go. Oh, and a big punch. Oh, Adam Cole trying to get involved. Trying to save his partner there. As far as the referee didn't try and talk to Adam Cole about that. But I mean, either way, it helped Roderick Strong at the time here. Death Valley driver there to Roderick Strong. Is that enough? 2. No. How much more does Roderick Strong have left in the tank? And yep, there's Adam Cole for you, ladies and gentlemen, getting involved in this match. And now, oh God, what a backbreaker there. And just like that, Roderick Strong is back in this match. S-Dream with a forearm strike. And now going for a scoop slam, it seemed like, but Roderick Strong saw that coming. And now a belly-to-belly suplex takes out the Velveteen Dream, and now into a pinfall. Could this be enough? No, just a 1 count. As now Strong trying to figure out what he needs to do as Dream with his own reversal. Oh, and now both of these men, vicious strikes back and forth. Oh, and then a clothesline. And the Dream's all fired up right now. He has Roderick Strong right where he wants him. He's one big move away from heading to NXT TakeOver. Oh, going for some strikes. Strong not having that. Going for a belly-to-belly again, not happening. Reversal there from Strong, off the ropes there. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And we know Roderick Strong is one of the best superstars to focus on the back. He has multiple finishers with that, as well as just more technical maneuvers than anyone else could possibly have here on NXT. There's both of these men going back and forth. Uh-oh. What does Dream have in store for Roderick Strong? Oh, God, just driving him right on that top rope. And again, Adam Cole getting involved. The referee needs to throw out Adam Cole. As now from behind. Oh, and another backbreaker. And he kicked in the midsection now. Uh-oh. Oh, nice sit-out powerbomb there. Is that enough? 2. No, 2.5. Velveteen Dream. Yeah, that's what Velveteen Dream needed to do. Get out of the ring real quick and then get back right in the ring because he was right in the corner there of the Undisputed Era. Dream, that's not a good idea. Don't go out there for him. Oh, and a hip attack right there to Roderick Strong, and he needs to get them back in the ring right away here. Oh, and a big boot taking him out. And now back in the ring we go. Both of these men putting it all on the line right now. And now, Velveteen Dream again. We saw that earlier in the matchup. Is this enough? Oh, yep, Adam Cole. Adam Cole screwing over the Velveteen Dream again. Throw him out. Throw him out of the damn matchup. And now, Dream connects with the elbow. The elbow's that enough? 1, 2, 3. And either way, it ends up screwing the Undisputed Era. And the Velveteen Dream is going to NXT Takeover New York, a part of the Money in the Bank match. So right now, we have Keith Lee, the Velveteen Dream, and I believe Dolph Ziggler as well. What a way. And we still have EC3 and Ricochet. Imagine if we have Dream and Ricochet in the same matchup, man. That's going to be a heck of a match. And I think the Undisputed Era kind of screwed themselves tonight. And the Velveteen Dream getting a much-needed win in his career. And let's see if he can continue this momentum into next week's NXT TakeOver. Maybe it's that outfit, a little change in his outfit. Either way, the Dream is heading to NXT TakeOver as we get ready for your main event of the evening. Ricochet versus EC3. And it is main event time, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be EC3, the top 1%, versus the one and only Ricochet. This was scheduled at one time to be your opening contest, but William Regal decided to change it at the last moment, saying that these two guys are one of the biggest superstars they have here on NXT, and he wanted to make it feel like it. EC3, the first ever NXT North American champion before losing it to Cien Almas. EC3 and Ricochet would eventually go on to try and qualify to the next in line for Almas' NXT North American Championship. Well, Lars Sullivan ended up winning that triple threat match, and Lars Sullivan's going to NXT TakeOver. And now one of these men could be going to NXT TakeOver. But who could that be? Will it be EC3 or will it be Ricochet? That's a big question. A big question to find out right now, hopefully. As long as there's no shenanigans going down in this match, as here comes the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Adam Cole. Haha, just kidding, Ricochet. Adam Cole Bay got involved in the previous matchup. Basically, I don't know, it didn't really cost Roderick Strong, but I mean, Velveteen Dream would go on to climb the rope, hit that devastating elbow drop, and go on to defeat Roderick Strong, which is very unfortunate for the Undisputed Era. That's not what they wanted heading into WrestleMania weekend with NXT TakeOver, but I mean, it's going to suck for him. And we're going to have a star-studded show for you guys next week on NXT TakeOvers. Well, NXT TakeOver, but the show, the go-home show for NXT. We're going to have a star-studded show for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have Ember Moon and Nikki Cross. Those two go face-to-face some way, somehow. As well as we're going to have a tremendous main event. We'll let you guys know more once we get there. And also we have a huge tag team match. You guys will find out what that will be next week here, or we'll probably even announce it beforehand as well. As here we go, EC3 Ricochet, two fan favorites go on for the fourth spot, and the Money in the Bank match is an impressive DDT taking out EC3. And there's a lot of superstars that could potentially do that. I mean, we already have a Aleister Black and Cien Almas and these other guys that are already champion, but I wonder if William Regal would try and get those champions, because I mean, it'd add more star power, and pulling double duties would be fine, but the only problem would be not letting these other superstars that aren't as big enough name yet to earn an opportunity. And I think that's what William Regal should do, try and get these other superstars to earn a chance. As EC3 right on that right knee, or left knee, either way, very effective. As now Ricochet with the reversal. No, nice Hurricane Rana taking down EC3. And obviously Ricochet was the biggest of names on the independent scene, and we're going to see what he can bring here to NXT. Both Ricochet and EC3 debuted at the same time here in NXT, a part of a Battle Royal. And these guys would have a North American Championship match, big ladder match, and EC3 would go on to win that. So I mean, these guys are gonna have great careers, unless an injury happens or whatnot. But I mean, these guys are gonna be champions. EC3 again, and then Ricochet, I'm sure he'll win a championship sometime relatively soon. As Ricochet, what a sit-out powerbomb from a man. And Ricochet's all fired up, and especially what he just did to EC3. I mean, EC3 is not a cruiserweight, obviously, and just being able to toss him up in the air and turn it into a sit-out powerbomb, that's pretty impressive. As another kick to the back, but EC3 not fazed by that one. As here we go, back into the corner. Uh-oh. EC3 setting up the tree of woe for Ricochet right now. This could be very bad. Ooh, the big boot in the corner. But this is your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We just had Keith Lee earlier tonight defeat Matt Riddle. Ziggler win by countout over Johnny Gargano, as well as Velveteen Dream getting a victory over Roderick Strong. And we have a big tag team match next week to see who's going to be the last two superstars a part of that match. Sorry for that little quietness there for a quick second. Dealing with a sickness, trying to get over that. But nonetheless, EC3 and Ricochet continue to go at it, and Ricochet from behind. And NXT Takeover and WrestleMania are very stacked cards. We have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal for WrestleMania weekend. That could definitely be a show stealer. I mean, very underrated match would be Apollo Crews and Tyler Breeze for the United States Championship. And we have Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, SmackDown Live Women's Championship. We're supposed to have Ronda Rousey defend her championship against Paige at WrestleMania, but we don't know if Paige is actually going to be there. There's been rumors saying that she will be, and there's rumors of not. So we'll have to find out what exactly is going to go on there. As Ricochet, hold on a minute, they're going for the 630, but EC3 had that well scouted. And now EC3, can he capitalize? Oh, and then Ricochet, a little bit faster superstar here, bringing the fight to EC3. And now, dropping him right on the top rope. And Ricochet, he's telling EC3 to get up to his feet, but he decides to go for the pinfall real quickly. One. Oh, just a one count. I mean, EC3 hasn't been able to really get his hands on Ricochet. I mean, Ricochet has been a lot faster, and I mean, even off that 630, EC3 wasn't able to grab him fast enough. Ricochet, you can tell he's been a lot faster competitor here. As he works in that right leg again, all that weight right on that right knee. Ooh, and a big chop. Just look at those red chops right on the chest there of EC3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Ricochet. Ricochet looking to fly here. This could be bad. Oh, going for the crossbody. EC3 moving right out of the way. As now, what does EC3 have in store here? Just going to throw him into the barricade. This is essentially what happened with the Ziggler and Gargano matchup. We ended up having a countout. Be ashamed to have your main event have a double countout, or even any type of countout, actually. As now EC3, what is he trying to do? Oh, throws him into that little crease there of the barricade. And EC3 bringing the fight to Ricochet. We're now at a 7 here. We're in a dangerous territory here. Oh, we're now at an 8. This is a no count out, or I should say this is a count out. Both men trying to rush into the ring, and they do. That is awesome. And turns it into a cutter. What a devastating cutter. And Ricochet all of a sudden has the momentum. Almost turned it into a count out victory for EC3. But then all of a sudden, both men realizing what was going on, get back in the ring, and they do. And now Ricochet going for another one, it seemed. And this match is starting to heat up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Ricochet. Oh, God, he gets taken down there from EC3. And is that enough for EC3 to head to NXT Takeover? No, 2.5. EC3 thought he had him. He was so close. And now EC3 looking to put away the one and only Ricochet. Can he do it? EC3. Down goes Ricochet. And I think that's going to be it. I think EC3 is going to NXT TakeOver, part of the Money in the Bank matchup. 2. Oh, able to kick out at the last second. How much more does Ricochet have left in the tank? And now EC3, he's not done yet. He's going to set up Ricochet one more time. And again to Ricochet. And for sure, that has to be it. EC3 is moving on. 2, 3. Yes, it is. Ricochet comes up short tonight. But EC3 is going to NXT TakeOver. Oh, that was a big crucial moment in the match right there. That missing that 630. Bam. This high action. Just impressive maneuvers again and again and again. But now that it is EC3, Keith Lee, Dolph Ziggler, and the Velveteen Dream for the first 4. Next week in a tag team match, we're going to find out who the last 2 competitors are. And I cannot wait. NXT's Go Home show next week is going to be star-studded. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that next week as we now get ready for 205 Live